All right, Coach, start off with an opening statement. We'll open up for questions after.
Oh, never done this. No, I thought the best part we talked about for these guys was 22 assists on 29 field goals. We wanted the assist percentage high, over 60%. So for that to stand out, that was a major key for this game. The other piece was taking care of the ball, which at times was good. The rebounding, though, I thought that was phenomenal. We got beat up on the glass in both our exhibitions and scrimmages. So for us to out-rebound them by 23, I guess if you only miss 19 shots, you're not going to lose the rebounding battle. But I was really proud, and I think one of the biggest ones that stands out to me is Kyle Jorgensen. It was kind of ironic the year before. I am going to cry now. The year before, he got subbed out for Rashawn got hurt, subs in, can't rebound, right? Then this year, same thing happens. He gets hurt. Now he gets a chance to start again. Dude has 15 and 9 rebounds. Like that's phenomenal. That tells me he's grown so much. So for him to be able to do that was awesome. 15 points, 4 assists, 9 rebounds. Like that's a great game. And then challenge Brandon after the Creighton game to become more of a point guard, right? And then he goes off and has 6 assists. And the best part was, though, to me was he made, I think it was 2 threes or 3 threes in that stretch right there. And then followed it up with 2 assists immediately after that. And I think that tells me like he was just trying to make the right play, whether that was a shot for himself or to make the play for the next person. So there's not a whole lot to complain about to be honest with you. And then the best part was Charlie getting the basket at the end. But awesome night for us, and it was fun to be back in Moby and seeing a crowd like that again too.
You're seeing everything really spread out. It's like everybody's had influence on the floor today. You've talked a lot about depth in preseason. How is it to see it like in the flesh, I guess?
Yeah, no, it was awesome to see it come to fruition. You don't know if those things are going to happen, but I mean, we got contributions from everybody, and I said that to those guys. Like everybody that came in gave a spark off the bench and gave us something, and it's going to have to be like that all season long. And when your number's called, you don't know from night to night, and I get that as a player that is hard to deal with. But that's what I think that's the best opportunity for our team to find success is everybody staying ready and being ready for the opportunity when the number's called, because we don't know when something's going to happen. Just like Rashawn, the game before that, you don't have Augie, you don't have JoJo, so that's going to be the whole season. So I'm proud of them for the way they've handled that adversity, even one game into the season.
You mentioned the assists and the efficiency. What do you think of the shot selection? It seemed pretty. I mean, for that many new guys, it seemed pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, shoot 60% and 52 from. I guess I can't. Good.
Were you surprised at all, though? It's not the easiest offensive system to just hit the ground running with that many pieces.
Yeah, I'm honestly really proud of our staff too, though, because I know myself, like I want to keep adding things, and I almost did, and then we talked about it and we pulled it back, and we just stuck to our base, and our base has gotten so much better because of that. And I think it's a huge credit to our staff. Like we've stuck to the base, we've stuck to. It is complicated, so I don't want to say it's basic, but we've stuck to what we've been teaching them really since June. We haven't added a whole lot of other stuff besides some wrinkles to some plays out of our base offense, but I think that's the best part about it is we really haven't added a whole lot. We've just taught them the nuances of it and what they're looking for depending on how they're being guarded. And I give a ton of credit to our scout group too. Like they practice more than our players practice. Like Baylor Heb is in the best shape of his life probably. Joe Palmer's in the best shape of his life. So those guys giving our guys reads day to day, I think that's why their IQs have picked up and they've learned probably faster than I thought they were going to.
What was today like for you? Like what felt normal? What felt very different?
Nothing felt normal. I think once the game started, then it felt normal because then it was just basketball. It was the same thought process even when I was an assistant for Nico. The lead up to the game felt way abnormal. Like I missed being on the court with the guys. I didn't know what to do for like 2 hours there. And then Nico always used to talk about how you'd sit in the locker room by yourself while everyone else was on the court or doing other things. And like for those 20 minutes, it is so lonely in that locker room, and you just get lost in your own thoughts. So that was different, but the rest of it seemed normal. I guess this feels different.
Going off of that, what does this game mean to you? I mean, you're debuting as head coach. You got that when you had an incredible showing out.
Honestly, I really didn't think about it as like the first win or anything. Even when John handed me the ball, I was kind of like, what are we doing? But no, it is. I don't know. I guess you stick to the process of what you're doing. So I didn't even think about anything more than, man, this was just a step in the process.
What kind of emotions do you feel like, after the game? You mentioned, Jorgensen stepping up, but I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah, just excited for the guys. They played really well against Creighton. They did. They played really well, and it was an exhibition game. But I thought we did things that I hadn't seen them do in probably 2 months, and so for them to go back now and play this game the way that they did and play together and the ball movement and the spacing and honestly how they had been playing for the last month, I was happy for them that it showed up, because sometimes you work so hard for something and it doesn't necessarily show up the way you want it to, and that kind of happened at Creighton. We did some great things, but I thought tonight it really showed up with the way that they had played the last month and a half. So I was really proud of them for sticking to what we've been doing, and I think they earned the win, and they played the way that they wanted to.
Obviously, you guys are both very busy right now, but you've been very open about your relationship with Nico and how he's been such a strong mentor. Did he have a message before you, or for you here at the beginning of the season?
Nothing crazy, just like, because I told him I wasn't nervous today, and he's like, "Oh, you'll get nervous later." and I think the biggest thing he just said, just stick to what you know and trust what you're doing, and like don't trick it up, don't do anything you haven't done before. Like, you always have ideas and other thoughts about what you want to do, and I think that's kind of what I stuck to for the whole lead up to this game, and the preparation for the whole season was just sticking to what we do and keep getting our base stronger. And honestly, that part of that was Coach Jacobson too at Northern Iowa. He said in November, really, the teams that win games are the ones that have the best base, and that just means the simplicity of your offense and the simplicity of your defense, and not getting in the weeds of things. And I think that's what we've done a good job of, not getting in the weeds of things.
Of course, with all these new guys, you're going to see a lot of people with nerves. First 10 minutes of the game, it was a little bit that you could see some people were taking shots that they weren't completely sure about. How impressed are you with your guys on how they pushed through and had a product like today?
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, even Augie, he didn't get the opportunity to play in that exhibition game. So you talk about how nervous he was going into it, and like, that's a kid that works his tail off. He works as hard as anybody in our program. So you could see he was more nervous than honestly any time we've seen him play. And then I knew they were nervous when Darnez, we were going against the press break in the walkthrough, and he brought it up against the press and literally tripped and fell over his own feet. And then the next possession, he got a layup and missed 2 layups in a row. So and it was wide open. So they were nervous, and that's normal. And we talked about that too. That's allow yourself to feel those feelings. That is perfectly normal. Feel those feelings and then let it pass through you, and then there's a calmness that will come over you. And I think that happened as the game went on. But they had to feel it too. I would love to take those nerves away from them, but that's part of basketball, and they care so much. They're always going to feel that.
Did it feel like the trust and communication showed up in the way that you wanted to in the home opener?
Yeah, I thought defensively the communication was great. They have some good players. They had one guy go for 27, another guy go for 20. So they have some talented guys on the team. So I thought we did a great job we were switching a lot of stuff. So the amount of communication that was required in the game was probably more than a lot of games we're going to play going forward. So I was happy about it. I thought it was good. There's definitely some things we need to work on with it still, but for your first game out and the things the problems that they put us in, I thought we did a good job.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.